Well, welcome to At the Coach's Table Live. I'm Executive Coach Phyllis Reagin. I'm also a leadership psychology expert, a former studio exec turned high impact coach. My clients are leaders and creatives across the entertainment, media, sports, and other creative industries. And I help my clients build up their confidence, have clarity in their leadership, and also really influence so they can have the impact that they desire. I go live 3 times a week. On Wednesdays, I'm talking about your confidence, imposter syndrome, self-doubt, self-belief, self-trust. On Fridays, I'm talking about leadership practices that will strengthen your leadership. And on Saturdays, I'm talking about your wellness because you're a whole person and we want to make sure you're taking care of yourself so you can show up for yourself in your professional life. Today, I'm going to be talking to you about how to make decisions when you're under pressure. And this shows up often when my clients come into coaching. It is usually something that's negative for them, like they find that they can't access their best ideas. They're caught up in stress, overthinking, maybe freezing when they should be making decisions in these high pressure environments. And they think it's something attributing to them, like there's something wrong with them, there's something negative about them, they're lacking something. So I would use my neuroscience background and psychology background and everything I understand about leadership development to normalize this for them so they can understand really what's happening in their brain when this happens, so we can set up strategies to help them in those circumstances. And I want to share that strategy with you. There are a couple of them that are really beneficial. This first one is the one you want to focus on first. So we're going to talk about that one. So when you are in high pressure settings, you'll notice how your brain reacts to it, right? So for you, it might be freezing and underutilizing your own thoughts in certain circumstances, such as meetings, or you overanalyze and you turn things over and over and over and over again until the moment has actually passed. Or maybe you just are at the point where you make a decision, any decision, just to get relief from the stress of making the decision brings to your life. What you want to focus on is what can you do instead of being reactionary, but to have like a clear response so you can get to the best decisions. And you know what that is? It's a 3-second rule I'm going to teach you about. It's going to take you just 3 seconds. That's it to get to this. So for me, I have experienced this myself. I look across and I'm in really a high pressure setting. Maybe something's due that I'm really close to the deadline and a decision's needed from me for my team. And I might feel really like I can't get to my best thought because of the pressure. I immediately apply this 3-second rule that I'm going to teach you. So the first thing you want to do is pause for 3 seconds. That's less time than for you to even go maybe pour yourself a cup of coffee or even grab your cup and take a sip, right? 3 seconds. And in that 3 seconds, you are calming yourself down. The reason why this is important is because you have really fired off your amygdala, part of your brain, which is the threat detector, is now in charge of your thinking. So it's signaling to you, threat, 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 don't make that decision, bad things could happen, threat, threat, threat. If you make that decision, people will go in the wrong direction, or you don't know what you're talking about. So it's trying to keep you safe, but it's really giving you bad information because it's freezing you. And as a leader, you can't be frozen, or you can't just make decisions without a lot of clarity, right? So you want to notice that first. What are those 3 seconds? Those 3 seconds are just pausing and breathing. So you inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. 3 seconds. That's all that's needed. That's you calming down your amygdala so you can get your prefrontal cortex, the center where you have creative thinking, strategic thinking, critical thinking, reasoning, takes place in your prefrontal cortex. If your amygdala is in charge during that time, you cannot get to that kind of thinking. And that's the thinking that allows you to make smart decisions, clear decisions, right? Sound decisions, maybe decisions at a faster rate than you are right now. You need to get your prefrontal cortex back online. So that breathing signals to your brain you are safe. Because often you may not even notice what's going on with your breathing, that it's really shallow or it's rapid breathing, and you're sending a lot of signals to the rest of your brain and your body that things are wrong, things are not safe, and you can't get to the kind of thinking you need to make good decisions if that's how your body and your mind is thinking right now and feeling right now. All right, so you do the 3 seconds of breathing. Now what you want to do is when you're breathing, you also want to process by thinking about labeling the emotion that you're experiencing. This is called, in research, is called affect labeling. You're going to label it so your brain can feel safe. It knows what it is. So that could be, I'm feeling uncertain right now. I'm feeling ungrounded right now. I'm feeling overwhelmed right now. I'm feeling cornered right now. You want to get to the feeling or the thought that you're having so your brain can understand what's going on. Otherwise, you're going to be going down all these trails with all these different neurons firing off, telling you many, many things, and you're going in lots of different directions without any rooting into like, this is what my experience is right now, and I can calm my brain down. So you're labeling it and you're breathing through it, and now you're able to activate your prefrontal cortex. The next thing you want to do then is ask yourself, not anybody else, ask yourself one clarifying question. So now you're calm enough, clear enough that you can ask the important questions before you make the decision. Some of those questions can be, what am I solving for? What's the decision that's going to matter right now? What's the one fact that I know for certain? These are the kinds of questions you can get to when you have that kind of clarity. So step 1, you're breathing. You're going to give yourself 3 seconds to just breathe. You're going to label it and give it a word, a sentence, so that you know and your brain knows you're safe. This is really what I'm dealing with. And then you're going to ask one clarifying question. Now, when you do this repeatedly, your brain is going to move from panic into clarity, from chaos and confusion into clarity. This is what you need in those meetings. And others around you won't even be aware that you're doing this. It's so subtle, right? It's just you checking in with you, breathing before you talk, getting to your best ideas, getting to what's really important before you make a decision. One of my clients who came in, she's an executive producer, and when she's in these big production team meetings and the pressure is on and everybody's looking to her to have the answer, it really activates in her the sense of feeling threatened and cornered. And she notices that she cannot get to her thinking at all. She feels so inept in those moments. And what she'll do instead, to look like she knows what she's doing, she'll just make a decision. But it's not the best decision. And it's not a decision really that's been thought out well, right? She's just making it to get that pressure off of her. And she wants to really get to the decisions that are going to make a difference for the work and for her team. So she started practicing immediately this 3-second rule, and she noticed, of course, she was able to label it. She feels cornered in those meetings, and then she got to better questions for herself that she could then ask out to her team. What was interesting is that she noticed this ripple effect that was taking place. Her team started doing the same things. And we have what's called mirror neurons. This is how we learn things from the social cues that are around us. So the people you lead, that's what they often are doing. They're watching you, and then they're learning and developing that way. So they were watching her probably subconsciously, unaware. These are the things that she was doing to get to her best thoughts to make a decision. But as she was observing herself evolve with this technique, she started noticing that her team was doing the same thing. They were known to be very reactionary, emotional, just not really thinking things through clearly, going with their first interpretation, first thought, first perception. And as she practices, they were doing the same thing. She would ask them questions, and she noticed they were pausing and thinking things through, not being reactionary, asking clarifying questions before they told you what their opinion was, told her what their opinion was or what decision they thought that should be made. So you have just this wonderful way as a leader to impact everyone else. And you can actually coach and develop people. So you can tell them, this is what I've been doing lately that's helping me make more clear, sound, maybe faster, smarter decisions. And you can teach this to your direct reports. So this becomes a practice on your team. You'll notice that it's going to really lower people's stress. It's going to get them to either speak up or maybe speak less and get to the valuable things that they want to add to the conversation. And it's going to help them really think things through before they make decisions. All right, so here's what you're going to be doing. Let's go through it again. First step is pause for 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. And when you're doing that, that pausing is you breathing. And then you're going to do the affect labeling. I feel uncertain right now. I feel grounded I feel cornered right now. And then the third step that you will do is to ask yourself the clarifying question. What's needed right now from me? What's the best decision? What decision are we looking for? What matters right now? All those kinds of clarifying questions before you make a decision. So I want to challenge you to do those 3 things. Just think about it. It's the 3-second rule that you're going to apply to your decision making. All right, if you're interested in these kind of talks that you can immediately walk away and put into practice, I go live Wednesdays, Fridays, Saturdays, 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 30 minutes or less. You can drink your smoothie or your coffee and get a tool that's going to help you be effective right away. Okay, I'm happy to be here with you. If you want to know what's ahead with these talks, just go to Phyllis Reagin, REAGIN.com/live events 1. And you will find my calendar there, and you can download it for the rest of the talks for this month and then see what's ahead for next month. If you're interested in coaching and you're like, this is something I want to dig into deeper, or there's other areas that I think I can be more effective with, or really start to hone in on how to improve it in my life, then coaching might just be the answer for you. Again, you can go to my website, Phyllis Reagin, REAGIN.com, and go to my coaching and training tab. It'll show you all the different kinds of coaching that's available to you, and you can book a 30-minute free consultation with me. I'll be talking about what's going on with you, what you need, and how coaching can help you with it. All right, thanks so much. Have a great rest of your Friday, and I'll see you on Saturday.